Hey, I'm TheLoopyAlchemist, and welcome back to Let's Play Skyrim. Alright, this is starting to become kind of like a monthly thing, which admittedly isn't the speed I'd like to get these up at, but hey, stuff happens, and as much as I like doing these LPs, there's more important stuff I have to do. Uh, so yeah, I'm gonna try to keep getting these up as fast as I can, but just to let you guys know, I've got a life too, and basically I'm doing my best. But anyways, we are playing. Yeah, so instead of heading off to that dungeon place today, we're actually going to join the companions because I don't intend on doing the quest line right away. But hey, we're here in Whiterun, and we may as well get it started. And we'll secure a nice bed for our stuff. That basically, anyways. Look, bottom line, we're doing it because this is my LP, and that is just the way things are going to be. Also, for those of you who are asking when is the next lore video out, well, good news, I've started working on it. Now, I mentioned working on it way back in September, but I actually scrapped everything and restarted because I wasn't quite happy how it turned out. For the next one, I'm actually writing a script for it, which is something I've never done before. I've had notes that I've loosely followed, but by and large, it's actually just been off the top of my head, so we will see how this works out. Alright, now the Companions are an elite mercenary corps that was founded by Yggdrasil himself, you know, the guy who came over from Atmora and began the human colonization of Tamriel. Now, as I pointed out in what I believe was the last episode, is that there's actually some debate whether or not how much credit Yggdrasil actually deserves, since there were human populations in Tamriel before that. We know for a fact that there was the Kuthringi down in Blackmarsh, but there's also sources mentioning Nadic people, or Need, which is how it's spelled, but pronunciations vary, of just what exactly it is. But we've got some, I believe, in Cyrodiil, High Rock, and I think Hammerfell as well. But don't quote me on any of those because I'm not 100% sure, and I would need to double check them all. But basically, we do have human populations in Tamriel before that. So, I don't know, we know from his tome that he's a actual guy, so I'd consider that proof enough and everything. Also, we have his dynasty, that rules over the Nordic Empire, which is sometimes called the First Empire, but personally I just call it the Nordic Empire because I'd consider the Alessian Empire to be the first real empire, since it was the first imperial one. If you have no idea what I'm talking about right now, don't worry, because the entire First Empire, Second Empire, Third Empire, and potentially Fourth Empire is something that's extremely confusing, and hopefully I'll make a video on that eventually. I'm not quite sure if I can condense it down enough into a Lore Minutes episode, or if I'll need to go all out, because it takes a bit of explaining, but once it's actually explained, it's not very hard to remember. Okay, so basically right now I just swung my sword at, was it Falkas or Vikas? Anyways, one of those guys, and now I am running errands for them. Which, I don't know, I guess as far as initiations go, isn't that bad. So, we will be doing this, and later on I think I have to beat some guy up, but after that I am in the Companions. But again, I won't be doing the quest line right away. I'll be heading right out to Bleak Falls Barrow after I do this, but I'm here. I helped them defeat that giant thing, so may as well go through the formalities now, because that's just how I played through this. Okay. So right now I'm talking to Erland Greymane. As I'm sure everyone who's played this knows, Whiterun is kind of divided in between the Battleborn clan and the Greymane clan, with Battleborns supporting the Empire, and Greymanes supporting the Stormcloaks. It actually would have been really awesome if there was like a Romeo and Juliet type quest in between the two of them. If anyone wants to make a mod on that, please do, because that could actually be pretty awesome, and you could write some real smartass like dialogue. Eh. Anyways, right now I'm watching my preview window, and the frame sometimes speeds up a lot, lags a lot, and where I've cut out the loading screens, and you're welcome for that, by the way, the video just kind of jolts because that's kind of the most even cut my editor can do. I've brought this up before. I know the graphics are not graphics. I mean, video quality isn't the greatest in that. In this, it's honestly just the best I can do with the current equipment I have, and I don't actually make money from my YouTube videos, so it's kind of hard to justify buying really high-end equipment for it. But also, I'm recording this off of a console, not a PC, and come on, there's probably 1,000 other channels with really good video quality, and oh yeah. Speaking of really good stuff, but anyways, going back to the video quality, yeah, it is what it is. But anyways, I think I might just have work right now. So, I may have made a video on this before. Actually, no, I think I scrapped the video because I wasn't really that satisfied with the quality of it. Oh, by the way, if you think what I put up is bad, you should see the stuff I don't put up. I actually make probably 2 videos I end up scrapping for every video I actually upload. This one, I think it was talking about the future of Akavir in the Elder Scrolls series, which, come to think of it, I'll talk about it right now, but I should make a separate video on that too, because just anything with Akavir in it tends to get a lot of views, because Akavir is such a cool continent. If we do see it, and I think we'll probably see it eventually once they run out of provinces, but it's probably going to be as an expansion for the Elder Scrolls Online if we ever do see it. Speaking of the Elder Scrolls Online, it's almost certain that Bethesda's working on Fallout 4 right now, so since that's like a 5-year development cycle, it's going to be a while before we see another Elder Scrolls game, and that might be intentional since they probably want to direct as much focus onto the Elder Scrolls Online as possible, just because another massive Elder Scrolls 6 would probably take quite a bit of attention away from it. And, you know, honestly, I get that. Like, I'd like to see another just single-player Elder Scrolls game, but honestly, the Elder Scrolls Online looks pretty cool, and this might shock a lot of you, but I'm actually not sure if I'm gonna get it. Like, I mean, by all means, I'll play it eventually, but it's just that next year I'm going to university, so I'm gonna be pretty busy, and I don't have the greatest PC in the world, and I don't want to buy an Xbox One or a PS4 right away. Well, actually, I don't want to buy an Xbox One ever. I don't want Microsoft watching me, but anyways, enough about that. Yeah, also, I'm not 100% sure if there's a monthly subscription fee, which, again, perfectly understood. I'm not trying to hate on anyone, but I just don't like monthly stuff like that. Okay, so anyways, we are going into the store, and this guy seems like the type of guy who'd do DRM bullshit, so we're gonna kick his ass. Also, some guy's paying us to do that, so that is just an extra incentive. But really, as for the Elder Scrolls Online, there's actually a lot of stuff they could do with expansion packs. I'd love to see, again, Akavir, Pandane, or Pandania, whatever the official pronunciation is. Actually, it's so obscure, I'm not sure if there even is an official pronunciation. That could show up too somehow. The slowed going all out, because honestly, Thros, as much as I'd like to see it, it doesn't sound like a very cool location, since it's basically just a bunch of godforsaken islands, and, you know, there is that giant portal to Oblivion or whatever, so that actually could look really cool. So maybe it could go in, but honestly, for something as devastating as the race responsible for killing off half the population of Tamriel, I think that almost merits a full game. even an Akaviri invasion would kind of merit a full game, but come to think of it, if it is a full-scale invasion, that's actually something where massive multiplayer battles would work really well. Of course, The Elder Scrolls Online takes place right after the second Akaviri invasion, which is why there is the Ebonheart Pact, because the Argonians, Dunmer, and Nords were forced to band together to actually fight them off. And by the way, Lucia, I'm gonna adopt you later on, but I can't exactly afford a house at the moment, so I will just give you pocket change for now, and you will have to live with it. But anyways, going back to the Akavir thing, so at any rate, an Akaviri invasion will be in recent memory, and I'm sure we'll get at least a few details on it. And considering all we have to go on is Mysterious Akavir, which a lot of people, myself included, think is the facts on it are kind of dicey at best, just because of the way it's written. But honestly, it's a source, so we have to go on it, and it's a pretty good read too. Report a Disaster at Ionith, which is my favorite book in the entire Elder Scrolls series. That's good, but it actually doesn't have a lot of detail on Akavir itself, which of course is disappointing, but hey, it's mainly focused on military matters. So, there's that. But anyways, I'm the Loopy Alchemist. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time, and hopefully I'll be able to get these things up more quickly.